Hey, what's up everybody? This is William Strife for Visage Guides and Kerosene Dreams, and today we're going to hit up the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in anticipation of the release of the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim later this week. Now, I'm going to skip the tutorial dungeon, because there's absolutely no point to it. You've probably seen it a million times if you know this game at all. Alright, so start off with, we're going to come up with our race. There are a lot to choose from here. Khajiit, Nord, Orc, Redguard, Wood Elf, Argonian, Breton, Dark Elf. This is my favorite. I really enjoy playing as the Dunmer. Don't ask me why. Go ahead, snap these sliders over to the right, give him absolutely white hair. Change the style. Yeah, I think that'll do. Change his complexion. Make him a little bit more blue. Always like that shade. Change his age. That's not really getting me anywhere. Ugh. Leave him young. Okay, now for a name. What more appropriate than Strife? Okay. There's that. Now to choose the birth sign. Now I'm going to choose the lady because of the boost to endurance and to willpower. I'm going to be relying on magic to a certain extent. And endurance changes how much health you have whenever you level up in the game, which is critical. Okay, now for the class. I'm going to make a custom. Focus on combat, so I can raise my endurance easily enough. Choose willpower and endurance. And here, alchemy, alteration, armor, blade, destruction, illusion, and light armor. Okay, that should do it. Fairly balanced technique. Okay, now for a class name. Not really good at coming up with these off the cuff, but Spellweaver. It'll do. Okay. Yes. And done. Yes. Okay, let's get out of here. Finished, exit the sewers. Here I am, outside. Just so you know, I do have a lot of... Oh. Seen that a million times. I have a whole lot of mods installed in this game. This is my personal version of Oblivion that I have played countless hours. And also I've chosen to cut out a whole lot of the legwork. I'm trying to slim it down, even though this is a full hour long.
Feel free to browse, friend. It's nice to see a new shopper. I was afraid I lost any hope of new business ever since Thorir opened up. I think you might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Perhaps you can assist us with a problem we're having here in the Market District. I'm the chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants. We formed this group a while back to keep a nice, fair economic balance in town. Not every store is a member, but we're slowly trying to convince them to join. Everything was fine until Thorir opened his shop nearby. Selling all sorts of merchandise, he undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem. People who buy tend to want to spend their money there. That leaves none for us. It's getting so bad a few of us may have to close up shop. He outright refuses to join the society or even discuss the matter. We are convinced he's up to no good. What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. Find some proof of his wrongdoing and let us know. We cannot do it ourselves, as he recognizes all of us. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice. Thanks again for your help. We had no other place to turn.
Alright, moving on. Go over to Thorir's shop. Just so you know, I'm not going to be covering any strict quest lines. I'm just going to be tackling a whole lot of miscellaneous quests in this playthrough.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
What are you up to? I'm on to you.
What about my inventory?
Where'd you get it?
Well, that would be a trade secret. I can't divulge how I pass the great savings on to you now, can I? Just like a baker not revealing his best recipes, I must keep my sources anonymous, or every merchant in town would use them. Suffice to say, they are quite reliable and low cost. That way, you walk out with a full coin purse.
Not that that's going to get me much of anywhere. Okay. Use the persuasion minigame. It's pretty simple and straightforward. You want to choose a small slice on the subjects they don't want to hear, and you choose a large slice on the subjects they enjoy hearing. The way you can tell whether or not they like it is you hover over the correct subject, and they have a nice or a mean expression on their face. I'll be doing this with a lot of merchants, so it's mostly cut out in this video, as well as this tedious process of selling things off, haggling and bargaining a better price. I've cut most of it out. This is actually the only time you'll ever see me engaging in this process, because there's literally no point in me showing it to you over and over and over.
A fine transaction. You've made a... You drive a... That's more than I... That's a... You drive a... That's a fair deal. Thank you. Come again. Goodbye. Hope to see you again very soon.
Alright, now that that's done, continue the quest I'm on. Gonna go back into the...
Hello.
I'm gonna go back into the garden here. Sit myself down right here. Oh, first I'll make some potions. Fatigue, they'll come in handy. Alright, now I'm going to use the wait command. Okay, where is Thornir? Guess I got the time wrong.
That you, Agamir?
Shh! Not so loud. How many times have I told you that?
Sorry, I am not used to this kind of meeting. It always makes me nervous.
Well, just shut up and listen to me. The next shipment will be sooner than I expected. Just have the money ready.
Same assortment of things? I mean, I have enough clothing for now.
You take what I get. I get notice at the last second, and I have to jump on it. No time to be picky about it.
Well, that society is putting more pressure on me, so maybe we better cut back for a while.
You cut back now, and I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Or maybe pay a visit to that Jensine and tell her about your little scheme.
Fine. You made your point. Contact me when you have the items, and we'll meet again.
Don't worry. It'll be very soon. Now get out of here.
Moving on.
Hello again.
Hey.
Just gotta follow Agamir now. Go ahead and cut out most of the following. There's no point. I'm just going to follow him. He's just going to go to the other side of the city. Okay, here I am. You know, usually doing something like this feels interesting if you're actually trying to be a thief, but when you're trying to play as a mage or magic-heavy user, it's just, I don't know, it's flat-out annoying. I'm sneaking, but everybody can see me. Okay, now I have to figure out how to get inside of his house whenever he's not home. Or, more importantly, I need to figure out when he's not home. Luckily, though, I just so happen to know that. Barred from the inside. Still barred. Okay, now we're in business. Alright, now I'm a kleptomaniac, so I'm gonna just steal all the food, since I can turn it into potions later. Not a thief, so I won't be able to sell anything off. But I steal. Hagamir's basement. Basement. This consists of an assortment of clothing and trinkets. Looks like he's a grave robber. You're not really stealing much of anything useful off of the dead people. The manifest seems to detail the names of recently deceased. That's good proof. Okay, now I've warped back to the market district so I can talk to Thorir about the things that Agamir has been doing to stock his shop.
Now?
Welcome back. I can't believe what I'm seeing in this book. I'm mortified to think these things here were once on the bodies of the recently deceased. It's just too horrible to comprehend. I don't even know what to say. I guess an apology is not enough. What can I do? Yes, that's the least I can do. First and foremost, I will never meet with him again. I can promise you that. Secondly, I remember him mentioning a place he had to be this very day. Yes, that's right. He said that he wouldn't be able to do anything else, as he had something important to do. You don't think he would dig up another... Oh, no, he wouldn't. But I guess he has been. Oh, my. What have I done? Yes, you do that. And in the meantime, I'll decide what to do with all these ill-gotten things. I'm so sorry. I hope everyone can forgive me for not doing a better job checking up on my sources. I hope you can forgive me. I had no idea.
Alright, skip the trip, and here I am in Green Emperor Way, the primary place where all of the graves are. Looks like a family mausoleum has been unsealed. I wonder who that could be. Go ahead and save my game. Take the sword out. Double check my key bindings. Okay. Time to kick some ass. Desecrating another grave with someone else. Isn't that nice? Equip that shield.
I had a feeling you'd catch on sooner or later. That's why I had this trap prepared for you. If you'll notice, the grave is already dug. This time it wasn't to take something away from the graveyard. It was to add something. I'm afraid all I can offer you is an unmarked grave.
Okay.
You'll never take me down.
Take him on.
You will. This ends here.
The fire spell. Alright, right down in the corner you can see a house just popped up. Sometimes I fiddle around with my menus in the middle of combat, but because that kind of breaks the flow, I edited it out. And whatever I did in the menu, I just pop up as a notice down in the corner. Don't worry, I'm trying to keep you as well informed as possible. Thorir's been slain, seeing as how the penalty for grave robbing is death, seems somehow justice has been done. Alright, Debaser, that's the sword I was after. Go ahead and strip you naked. Take all your stuff. Take the sword. Oh, it's over encumbered. Use up my repair hammers. And drop the items. I'm not going to bore you with the fact that I'm shuffling weight around just so I can end up selling it all off in the end anyway. Pick up his shovel. There we go. That's the final bit of evidence I need. Come over here. Wrong grave. Right here. Calbian's Grim Retort. Calbian's Grim Retort. It's a really nice... it's a really nice mace. Definitely worth using if you're going for a blunt character in this game. But I'm not, so I'm just going to sell it off. Skip the trip. See if we can catch up with Thorir. Should have just closed his shop at this hour. Oh, there he is.
What is it now?
Were you able to stop Agamir?
Yep, got his shovel.
Then we can at last rest. I feared had he somehow bested you, I'd be next. It is fortunate that your skills exceeded his. I've come to some decisions. I intend to donate all of the money I have made, as well as what is left of these stolen items, to the temple. I also want you to know that I had a long discussion with Jensine, and I have decided to join the society. I realize you risked your life to give me a chance, and Thorir never forgets things like that. Accept this ring as a humble reward. It's the least I can do to say thank you. Now, don't be a stranger. The copious coin purse is still in business.
Ah, fantastic. A ring. This is
You've
exactly
shown me
what I was
mercy.
looking for.
I won't forget that. Thank
Good
you.
loot. With this ring, I can look fabulous and also kick ass at the same time.
Hi.
Whatever.
I have been anxiously awaiting your return. The very thought of what Agermir was doing sickens me. I hope those poor souls rest in peace now that this is over. Well done! This shovel will certainly confirm Agermir's crimes. Along with the manifest, it should prove useful to the City Watch. In your absence, Thorir visited, and we spoke at length about his role in this scheme. I believe him when he says he didn't know Agermir's sources. He told me of his intentions to donate all of the money and inventory to the local temple. He also agreed to buy and sell merchandise at fair prices. Last but not least, he's officially joined the society. I am taken aback by his honest intentions. In return, the society has decided not to press charges. His name will be absconded from the records of this crime. Now, I'm sure you are waiting to hear about your reward. The society thanks you for everything you have done. Please, take this gold. Many thanks on behalf of all of us. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
And she's cheap. She only gave me 100 septims. Alright, now I've skipped to a small settlement outside of the Imperial City called Way. I'm going to talk to a fisherman who needs a little bit of help.
You know, stranger, there comes a time in every man's life when he has to admit that he's lost the fight. Well, I've fought and I've lost. Who did I lose to? Who is my great enemy? Oh, don't laugh. It's a bunch of damn fish.
I better not laugh. I could make money off this.
Go on and Wait, help? Oh, well then, I'm a fisherman. Or at least I was. Until one of those slaughterfish damn near took my leg off. I was collecting their scales, see? I had a contract with this young alchemist. You wouldn't believe what he was paying for those scales. Then, last month, one of the bastards got a hold of my leg. Took me right out of the business. But this alchemist, he needs the scales right away.
Okay, so you need scales.
The alchemist was paying so much for the scales that I'm close to having enough saved so that I can retire. But now I can't get out there to the lake. Not with this leg. I only needed 12 more scales. Can you believe it? I was so close. I've picked up a few things in my travel. If you head out there and bring me back the 12 scales that I need, I can make it worth your time. Help an old fisherman out, won't you?
Alright. Now, I've pretty much decided to cut this quest out because it's literally just me balleting back and forth through the water with fish. And the entire thing, it boils down to follow quest marker, find fish, kill fish, repeat. 12 times over. Boring. And because of the way the water is, you can't see diddly while I'm fighting anyway. There's the cut. This is my final fight with the last fish. There's the fatigue potion, and I also gain the ability to level up. There's the last of the scales. Return to Alwyn at the Way settlement as soon as I can. Heal myself a little bit. Alright, now what I'm going to do is turn the quest in, and then I'm going to cut out all of the work that I do to sell off the items that I have in my inventory, and also empty out that mausoleum that I found Agermir in during the last mission.
I don't know what I'll do if you don't get those scales for me. I've saved so much for my retirement, but it's just not enough. By the 9, you've got the scales! Thank you. Let it never be said that there are no kind souls in this world. I'll give you this ring in trade. I have no use for it anymore, but I imagine that it would be very valuable to someone like you. Thank you, stranger. You've shown me kindness, and I will think of you in the long, comfortable days ahead.
Jewel of the Rumere added. This ring allows me to breathe underwater. That's the primary reason why I want it. Alright, there's the cut. Those are the boring things that I took care of. The amount that I spent, the amount that I made.
Good morning.
And basically the overall change.
What do you want?
To my coin purse.
I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it? Very good. It's up the stairs there, first door on your left. Sleep well.
Alright, time to level up.
Take care.
You should rest and meditate on what you've learned. I will do just that. I will do just that. I'm very excited to find out what you can do with alchemy in Skyrim. It's my absolute favorite skill. Nothing beats it. I mean, sure, archery's fun, sneaking around in the shadows is great, assassinating people, hurling spells, it's all good and fun, but alchemy is where it's at for me. Alright. I'll increase my endurance, number 1, always increase that. Agility and willpower, since those have the largest bonuses. Level 2. Level 2? Dude, that's like twice the value of level 1! Crazy. Alright. I've skipped
Greetings,
town,
Donna.
left the Imperial City. I'm now in Breville. I'm headed out to the Mages Guild to complete a miscellaneous quest for Hal's Lurs, I believe her name is. Not a whole lot of combat in this particular quest. It's just unusual.
Hello.
We're all
Nice
talking
meeting
about the Emperor's murder. We have no Emperor and no heir.
I don't suppose you could help me locate my friend Henantir, could you? I miss him so. We were study mates at the Arcane University, and we've come to grow fond of each other over the years. He's always getting himself into jams with the careless ways he performs his experiments, and, well, I'm afraid he's done it again. I'm going to level with you, as you seem like you wish to help. Henantir isn't missing. On the contrary, I know exactly where he is. The problem is, he's trapped and there's no way I can free him. Well, Henantir's been warned that if he strays outside the guild rules one more time, he may be up for summary dismissal. The rules say that he isn't to practice dangerous experiments at his home. It must be done in the guild under the watchful eye of an associate. Henantir's never been one for rules, and so he's continued to perform his latest experiments in secret. If word gets out, he'll be dismissed. Great. Whatever suits you and gets me Henantir back suits me just fine. When you're ready to go and see him, let me know. But please, do hurry. Are you ready to follow me to Henantir? Fantastic. Let's be off then.
Yeah, let's get.
Well, as you can see, Henantir's right here, and he's trapped in his dream world.
Whoa. Inception?
I told him that trying to travel into one's own dreams is risky, but as usual, he didn't listen to me. Always has to do things his way. Henantir constructed a magical device he called the Dream World Amulet. With this device, one can enter his own mind and experience dreams. True, but this is different. When you enter your dreams with the amulet, you're in full command of a dreamlike replica of yourself. All your thoughts, your skills, and your talents travel there with you. Think of it as exploring a new land, but a land within your own mind.
Sounds like Inception.
Henantir created the amulet to see if he could use his dreams as a training ground to help better himself. I don't know all of the details, but the amulet is a conduit to get to that training ground. It's been 3 days, and he's been stuck in his dreams. I've watched him all that time, and he hasn't been up at all. The only way to save him is to put on the Dream World amulet and go to sleep. Only then can you hopefully find out what's happened in there.
Okay, why haven't you gone?
I fear that anyone he knows won't be able to help him in there. Since I'm in his memories, he may dismiss me as a figment of his dreams. The only chance is for a total stranger to enter his dreams. When you're ready to do this, I'll give you the amulet. Only I know the secret way it can be removed from his neck.
I'll tell you what probably went wrong. He went in without a totem.
You'll have to be very careful in there. If Henantir intended it as a training ground, there's no telling what you may encounter. Don't take this sojourn lightly. The recesses of the mind can be the darkest place of all.
He probably doesn't even know he's dreaming anymore. He needs a top that never stops spinning. Whenever you're dreaming, at least.
Are you prepared to enter the dream world? Please, use the extra bed here. If you sleep too far from Henantir, it may not work. I'll watch over you both to make sure you're safe. Oh my, I almost forgot. Henantir once told me that if he's killed in his dreams, anyone that's in there with him will die as well. So do be careful.
Death of the dreamer. Death in the dream means death of the dreamer.
Now is a time for sleep. How I wish I could go with you.
That's one gaudy amulet.
My word! You startled me. Are you real?
Dream world. I don't have anything. Great.
I've lost my way. This place looks so familiar, but I can't remember how I got here.
Just like a dream.
Can you help me? This place is so strange. Dream world, you say? It's more like a nightmare. I don't like this place at all. I feel like I shouldn't be here. There must be an exit around here somewhere. I'd explore this place, but I'm afraid I just don't have the courage to do so. How could I be so careless? What's the matter with me? I know I've lost something. Yes, that's it. I've lost many things in this strange place. Would you please help
So
me?
typical. Leonardo DiCaprio, you ain't got nothing on me. Check this out. Anyways, right now I'm in the test of perception. Basically, I'm tasked with getting through this and paying close enough attention so I notice traps and don't trigger them. There are a lot of switches and pressure plates on the floor. I went through some guillotines back there. Really easy to get through if you just pay attention. The element of perception. Things that Henantir misplaced, losing this attribute, making him so confused. Restore Henantir's sanity. Search for other elements. Okay, I think I got the gist of it.
We must get out
Head
of
on
this
to
place.
the test of patience next. This is my least favorite in this mission because it actually requires me to pay very close attention to what I'm doing. That and the fact that I really don't like looking at this scroll. Basically, I just need to find the similar symbols that make a complete path, and it corresponds with the buttons on the ground. So take a second look at that. Okay. Up 1, over 1, and all the way out. Okay. 3 sections to the test. Moving on to the second part. Up 2, over 3, up 3. We can do that. Up 2, over 3, up 3. 2, over 3, up 3. Over 1, down 1, over 3. Okay. Over 1, down 1, over 3, down. Okay. Now to the final section of the test. Open that scroll up again. Up 3, over 5. Yeah, 5. Up 3, over 5. Up 3, over 5. Up 3, over 1, 3. Okay. Up 3, over 1, up 3. And I'm sick of this. Just gonna jump over. Yay for acrobatics. The element of patience. Second element to be found. Keep searching for more.
We must get out of this place.
Alright, let's head downstairs now. You know what? I just can't help myself. I'm not even going to be able to use this stuff. You know, I really do think that's what propelled the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, just basically the Elder Scrolls, forward. You know, Morrowind, Oblivion, and whatnot. The fact that you can pick up anything, no matter how useless it is. Potion of Sea Sword. And I think that really is what helped Fallout 3 too, because, let's face it, just being able to pick anything up and keep it as you see fit, that's really, really addicting. One of the biggest problems I had was inventory management in both games, because it was like, I want it all, but I can't hold it all. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Dear Lord, this is disorienting. Alright. Through the test of... which test was this? Courage. Test of courage. Located the element of courage. Third element to be found. Keep searching. Okay.
We must get out of this place.
Yes, you've said that 3 times. I already know. Go back downstairs. And it's time to complete the final test. The test of resolve. Open this. How on earth does all this stuff fit in that tiny little... I just don't know. Put on the light armor. I don't have a helmet. That'll do. Equip the staff. I shouldn't even need the claymore. Ooh, minotaurs. Wait for it. Ooh. Dead. Come on. 1 and 2. Dead. I've done this quest on different characters at higher levels, and those minotaurs are usually a lot harder to kill. Element of resolve. The element of resolve, the final element in this bizarre amalgam of Henantir's dreams. You should bring all 4 elements to Henantir and try to restore his sanity. Sounds good to me.
Please, help me. I can't remember
The dream
anything.
is going to collapse.
I feel as though I'll be trapped here forever, and I don't even know why. But how? What you say must be the truth. I feel strange. I can see now what you were saying was no story at all, but the truth, and I'm a fool. I had no idea that the amulet could hold such a power over me. I set out to create a way to conquer my failings, but it seems the tables had turned, and they conquered me. I don't know how you did it, but I thank you. Now, we must wake from this dream and take our places in the real world again. Farewell. It's good to see you in the real world. I'm indebted to you for rescuing me from my nightmare. I suppose thanks are only a small token of my appreciation. Allow me to reward you for your bravery. I'm afraid I don't have much in the way of coin, but allow me to present you with something that may help in your travels.
Tome.
Farewell, friend.
That's it. You know, the rewards in this game can be remarkably lackluster. I mean, I know I'm only doing a miscellaneous quest, but still. Oh, better equip my better sword. Use these tomes. Might as well learn the spells. At least I can sell them off for something. Even if it is nothing but pennies. Straighten out my hotkeys. Okay. Now to start up another local mission.
Such a pleasure to be in good company.
Ooh, guard, that'll do.
State your business.
Tell me about the Forlorn watchman.
I don't know much about that ghost. Some say he died in a horrible shipwreck. I would stay away from him if I were you. Bad omen. Each night he wanders the shore of Nibbin Bay, and he stops and looks mournfully out to sea. If you're interested, you may want to see Gil Gondarin at Silverholm on the Water. When it comes to local legends, he's the best in town.
The watchman looks like he may have been a sailor. No one knows where he came from, or why he looks so sad. I don't like talking about the dead like they're some kind of tourist attraction, but that spirit has been making his ghostly journey for years now. We've learned to just accept that he's there. Every night, sure as clockwork, he appears at Bunwatch Camp at 8 on the shore of Nibbin Bay. He's never harmed anyone, but most people give him a wide berth. You seem curious enough, so I'll be glad to pinpoint where he appears on your map.
The ghostly figure of the Forlorn watchman has appeared on the shore of Nibbin Bay. Let's find out what he does.
I was once the man known as Grantham Blakely. Look for me in the mouth of the panther. Please, release me.
Okay. Just so happen to know where the panther of the mouth of the panther is. Ignores you when you try to speak to him. Oh, good enough. Just zip over there. I've arrived at the mouth of the Panther. Beyond the tooth-like rocks is the remains of a small cargo ship called the MMA. Looks like it sank a long time ago. Alright. Get myself in order. Head inside and... Oh, right. Save my game. Alright. Ooh, ghost. The wreck of the MMA, a spirit attacked me. The vessel seems completely infested with them. I suspect them to be the remains of the MMA's crew. Why this happened puzzles me. Looks like there's a mystery to solve. Let's go, gang! You know, that actually gets me thinking. Talk about sneaking up on me. What was I saying? Right, it gets me thinking, you know, out of pretty much every last type of cartoon out there that really gets popular. I mean, you talk about Scooby-Doo or South Park or something, there's always some character that everybody impersonates, and they can do at least a half decent, maybe I should say half bad impersonation. I mean, it's Cartman in South Park and Scooby-Doo out of Scooby-Doo. Why is that? I'm just rambling. Ectoplasm. Now, I'd like to find ectoplasm on the periodic table one day. Pretty sure all of the food on this ship should be spoiled by now. Oh, I think I found the boss. Ow! Oh God, he won't die. Use a health potion. What does it take? Use another health potion. Ugh, talk about ridiculous. Those are the ghosts that I hate the most. Found a key on the remains of Gabe the Traitor. Find out what it goes to. Oh, hey, treasure chest. Cheese, onion. Door. Found the skeleton chained to the wall in the low stack of the MMA. Probably the remains of Grantham. Use the key to let him go. Nope.
I knew one day someone with unyielding virtue would heed my words and speed my release. You risk much to perform such a selfless act. This noble deed will not go unrewarded. Look upon the ground in this prison. There you will find a map to my gratitude. I thank you with all my heart. Farewell.
Okay. It's a good old-fashioned treasure map. I'll have that. Put them in my map in my possession. What the? Anyway, skipped the time that I spend leaving the ship, and it's not exactly difficult to find the location of the treasure. Treasure chest is concealed among some rocks. This must be where Grantham hid his belongings while he was at sea. Pass them on to me now. Okay. Where? I'm not seeing it. Where have you... There it is. Ooh. This is some good loot. Okay, now I've skipped the trip, but I went a little bit to the north, the Imperial Bridge Inn. It's not that far from the bridge going over the Silverfish River. Just so happen to know that there's an Altmer in this inn that needs a job done.
We've had sightings, you see.
And this is a really shatty inn.
Oh.
I'm too certain that I would want to be caught sleeping here. Look at that, you could fall through the floorboards any minute. Or wait, am I just being picky?
I don't suppose I could convince you to help me recover my research notes.
Research notes?
I was doing some research in Bramble Point Cave, and suddenly I was attacked. I grabbed everything I could and ran, but I feared I'd dropped my notes. Those notes are very important to me and represent 10 years of my life. If you could recover them, I'd be sure to reward you appropriately. Well, if you must know, I've been studying the Welkin stones. Yes, the aquamarine-colored crystals usually native to Ayleid ruins. It seems I'm the first to discover them growing in a natural cave. That's about all I can say about it.
Alright, so here I am at Bramble Point Cave. It's a little bit to the northeast of the inn. Take out my sword. Handle all of these useless creatures. Looking at how long this video is, this is going to be the last mission I'm going to do. Probably also going to be the longest one out of them all, because I know that there are several levels to this cave. Imps. I mean, they're not threatening. Lord, are they ever a nuisance. Die. Got your galls. Rip them right off. I'm really glad that there are no recipes that I use imp gall in. So, what did you eat? Oh, imp gall. What? You would put that in your mouth? Thank God for that auto attempt key. I really hate the lockpicking minigame in this game. It's just not intuitive. Of course, considering what Todd Howard, the game director for Bethesda Studios, said, I'm really glad to hear that they've done away with it. And they've replaced it with something similar to what was in Fallout 3 for lockpicking. Far more intuitive system. More imps. Isn't that fun? Oh, crap. Fireball. Fireball. Sword. My sword, your face. Anybody get that joke? Figure out where I got it from? It's another big game that was released this year. How many imps are in this freaking cave? Actually, here's a good question. Where do imps come from? I mean, you talk about wolves and stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah, they're in the wild. But you talk about something like... And then you can talk about the Daedra, or a fire Atronach, or is it Antarosh? Never really understood how to pronounce that word. Anyways, you know, how exactly do you... Where do imps come from? They're not exactly natural, and I don't think that they come from Oblivion. So... where do they come from? I should look that up, find out. If there's anything that I'm great at, it's boning up on absolutely useless information pertaining to video games that I play way too much of. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. Is there a jailbreak from the imp farm or something? Did Farmer Joe up the road, who breeds imps, end up losing all of his profit because the livestock got out of the yard? Just skipped a little bit of tedium there. Refresh the light spell and go down to the next level with all the extra imps. don't have enough mana. Or, wait, magicka. You know, being a big fan of Blizzard games since before anybody knew who Blizzard was really, I really can't get away from the word mana for, you know, your magic reserves. It just seems so natural now. Really makes me wonder, why on earth did they choose the word mana? Did they get that from someone else? Because Blizzard is the first... It was the Blizzard games that really brought the word to my attention. I had never heard of it before them. If any of you guys have a clue, why don't you say so in the comments? Ah, I hate rats. Of course I hate apes too. More galls. Wisp stalks. Just so you know, I'm collecting all of these wisp stalks because they're very, very useful for creating poisons. Light spell. Ooh. Nothing. Let's go a bit deeper. Yep, still have another level to go. Oh, that is so satisfying. Using a power attack and watching them fall right out of the air. Nothing quite as satisfying as seeing that. Go back this way. My light spell expired. Another imp. More wisp stalks. Imp gall. I'll skip over the trapdoor. Come back to it later if I don't find any other way down. I'm gonna finish exploring this level first, though. Oh, completely missed it. Or rather, completely missed it. I see one. Fire. Ah, I missed. Try again. Whoa, I hit it. Haha. Too easy. You know, I'd like to know who drags so many treasure chests down into these random levels of caves. Like, finding treasure chests in forts and finding those weird metal chests in the Alien ruins. I completely understand that. People inhabited those, but freaking treasure chests in random caves strewn throughout the land, that's a little bit odd. Who puts them down here, and who leaves gold and gems in them? Hey, more importantly, why does anybody bury treasure? That whole old adage of, you know, the buried treasure. Why would you bury the treasure? Wouldn't it be more feasible to, I don't know, spend it? Or maybe convert it into cash? Get some gold coins for those gems instead of just throwing it into a box and throwing a bunch of dirt over it. It just doesn't seem like a very good financial move. Save my game. Go down another level. So many of these flipping things. Oh, crap. More imp gall. I think I'm gonna make a killing off of imp galls. So, how did you make your fortune? Well, I killed a bunch of imps and ripped their galls off, then I sold them. Dude, that's just wrong. Is the joke getting old yet? I think it is. But I'm gonna keep pumping it, because I can't get any instant feedback from you guys. Not as I'm recording this, anyway. They're not even good joke, anyway. Oh! Stupid rat. Guess that's where the trap door led to, that ladder back there. Ooh, another treasure chest. I'm starting to run out of patience. This cave just doesn't end. Blade skill up. I'll burn you alive. So did you guys ever know that Oblivion was actually a T-rated game? And actually it still is a T-rated game? But the reason why it's sold as an M game is because whenever the game was first released, Bethesda left a nude texture in the game for females. Basically, it was a topless texture, as if they didn't have any bra on. And whenever that was found out that you could easily access it, the ESRB ended up re-rating it M, and even though Bethesda has since taken the texture out, the ESRB decided not to re-evaluate the game, and as a result it's just kept an M quality rating despite the fact that it doesn't have M level content. Well, one thing that I am happy about is that Bethesda's realized that it's okay to have an M game. Not to say that a game has to be M to be fun, but I'm just glad that they've realized that they can be a little bit more violent and real with their games. Instead of having to pander, not really pander, but make it acceptable for all ages. I don't really think that a game like this is meant for kids to start with, especially with how deep it is. Bethesda definitely learned a lot of lessons whenever they made Fallout 3. the fact that they've got that kill cam from Fallout 3 going into Skyrim. Well, there are the Welkin Stones. Alright, so I've skipped the trip out of Bramble Point Cave since I've recovered the diary.
Yes. Waiting's been difficult.
What's new with you?
I hope your journey was successful.
They say Syndicate...
I hope your expedition has been more successful than mine.
Yeah, well, I got your notes.
Splendid! Just splendid! I almost feared that you'd never return. I'm glad to see I was incorrect. As promised, I'd like to compensate you for your efforts.
3 weak potions of sea... 3 weak potions of sea stride. That's it. Wow. You
Keep yourself safe, my friend.
gypped me.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much
I'm gonna skip straight forward to having rented the bed. I'm gonna sleep, and I'm gonna level up since I raised enough of my skills. Go ahead, raise endurance, speed, and willpower this time around, because those are the two that get the best bonus. Alright. Well, that's the end of this Let's Play. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. And above everything else, make sure that you go ahead and tell me what you think down in the comments, whether or not I was too boring, whether or not you loved it. Anyway, this is William Strife for Visage Guides and Kerosene Dreams. I'll see you when Skyrim comes out.